Welcome everyone, this is Hammer, back for my second stream of Star Trek Online. Last episode we began the Dyson Sphere, and now we're gonna try to finish it. Now we get to meet up with Admiral Tuvok. Ugh.
You're just in time. Please follow me to Sub-Commander Cole.
Thank you for reporting so promptly. Here is the situation. A Voth scientist has requested asylum, bringing with him information vital to our understanding of the sphere. We now know why it generates vast amounts of omega particles. It is designed to use those particles as fuel to jump to any area of space. There is a space station that controls the jumps in close orbit of the sphere's star. Admiral Tuvok from Starfleet was selected to lead a small team to the station to try to disable it. With him is Dr. Eric Cooper, a scientist who has been studying Dyson and Iconian technology. Something's gone wrong. 2 hours ago, we received a distress signal from Tuvok. Please use the console to download the signal. Afterward, I'd like to hear your opinion of the situation.
Yes, sir.
Joint Command, please respond. This is Tuvok. Sensors have detected a large Voth fleet moving toward the station. They have discovered us, and we have yet to complete our work. Communications with our ship are down. Our last contact with them indicated that they were having technical difficulties and may be forced to retreat to a safer location. I will be unable to stop a Voth advance without assistance.
The attack on the Voth fleet will commence shortly. Captains, please return to your ships.
Alright, where's Cole?
Tuvok and Cooper are stranded with an entire Voth fleet bearing down on them. I need you to fly to the station, rescue our team, and finish the mission. Our fleet will engage the Voth to help keep them distracted. But to avoid detection, you'll need to fly roughly 100 kilometers above the surface of the star.
Well, I hope I don't get... Hold on. I'm having to take an allergy pill. I hope I don't get sunburned.
Speak with the logistics officer assigned to brief your crew on the situation. With your permission, we can help your engineers set up a temporary modulation for your shield frequencies that should allow your ship to travel that close to the sun safely.
Let's hope I don't get bad sunburn. That's all I ask.
Greetings. Our engineers are working with your crew now to create a temporary modulation program that will help your shields protect your ship from the heat and radiation you will encounter on your way to the sun station. Your ship should be able to safely make the trip, but it won't be able to remain in orbit of the station. We will need every available ship to fight the Voth. It would be best if your ship joined the fleet once you are aboard the station. Your goals on the station are to find Admiral Tuvok, assist him to shut down the sphere's jump capabilities, and then retreat before the Voth fleet arrives. Do you have any questions? Admiral Tuvok traveled to the station in a new starship, specifically designed to withstand the conditions there. The Dyson has reported some technical issues, but they should still be in transporter range. It will be standing by to assist you when you've completed.
This is not a good idea. This is crazy. This is nuts.
Greetings, I am Admiral Tuvok. The man behind the crates is Dr. Eric Cooper, the Federation Science Council's expert on Dyson technology.
Yes. Hello, I'm Dr. Cooper.
Allow me to brief you on the situation, so we may determine the best plan of action. Main power is offline. I am not sure what caused this disruption, but the event was fortunate. The darkness is a distinct tactical advantage. There are manual overrides in each room. I have temporarily disabled the one between us and the Voth. Unfortunately, the Dyson's captain did not survive the Voth's initial assault. There are 2 generator rooms that control much of the station's operations. The generator room to the south controls the power. The control room to the west, where the Voth are, maintains the station's jump capabilities. It is imperative we reach the west control room and disable it before the Voth jump this sphere back to their space. The release of the Omega particles needed for this reaction would be catastrophic. More than the 2 of us can safely engage. Defeat would be certain. However, If we restore main power, we can use the station's automated defenses to even the odds. If we can avoid being targeted by them ourselves. I understand you have extensive combat experience. Do you have any suggestions?
We're moving away from the Voth, right?
In the immortal words of Han Solo, never tell me the odds.
Sensors are detecting a Voth battle mech ahead. I recommend we perform a more detailed scan to ensure it is deactivated. The pilot of this battlesuit may have been killed in the fighting. However, we do not know what else we will find on this station. We must move forward. The trapped Voth will be attempting to circumvent my modifications. What do you suggest?
Watch my back.
Sorry. I thought I saw something.
Remain calm, Doctor.
That's nuts.
The defenses in here can be quite lethal.
It was awful. The sounds, the blood.
Some people just can't stand the sight of blood.
I will stand watch while you and the doctor examine the generator.
If I understand this correctly, we can restore main power activating consoles that match the symbol up here. After the first one is activated, we'll only have 20 seconds to activate the other two. If we don't, the system will defend itself. Also, activating the wrong consoles will trigger the system's defenses. Be careful. That looks right.
Blue.
That looks right.
Red.
We're locked out! Swarmers incoming!
Enemy targets on sensor.
Is it over?
Okay, we gotta start over. It's nice.
This by restoring main power, we have released the locks, preventing the Voth from reaching our location. They will already be on the move. We will require Cooper's assistance to subvert the automated defenses for our own use. The Doctor is an expert in the technology found on the sphere.
What are we going to do? The Voth will be here any second, and I don't think they're in the mood to take prisoners. Please, you have to get me out of here. I'm not like you and Tuvok. I'm much too important to die here. My help? What could I do? You and Tuvok have done everything so far. I don't even know how to use a phaser. Tuvok said that? Well, maybe. I might know the technology, but I don't work well under pressure. I need time and space to think, and I need to be able to do my work without fear of being killed. I can't help you. I'm sorry. All right, I'll try. If we're here, and the station's defenses are active, but we're not under attack. But if that's the case, wait, I can do this. I think if I try this...
Dr. Cooper, we require a solution.
I'm working on it. Vulcans, if I can just try that... Yes, I have it. I've done something. I'm not ready for what's being thrown at me here. Maybe I could activate the beams? Or something else?
Allow me, Doctor. Fascinating. With this exposed, I can manually activate the defenses in the next room. However, there is another possibility. Instead of activating the defenses to assist you, I can reroute the power to attempt to send a message to our stranded ship. It may not help, but we have been out of contact for hours. Your options are activating the defense beams, activating swarmers, or using none of them. I can alter the programming of the security swarmers that normally patrol this area. They will attack the Voth, but they also will attack us if there are no other targets. The swarmers will provide a distraction for us, but they could also be a liability. Do you want me to activate the swarmers? I can activate beams of energy that will shoot down in set periods of time. I do not have any further control than that. But you could lure some of the Voth into the beams. The beams are quite deadly, so I would advise keeping your distance. This would be our easiest option against the Voth, but if we are not careful, we could be caught in the beams. Would you prefer I activate the beams? I can alter the programming.
I rather do this.
You go on ahead.
Come on, guys.
Enemy targets on sensor. Shield losing power. Shield losing power.
More Voth inbound. Prepare yourself.
Damage detected.
Voth commanders are approaching.
Shield losing power.
We should move forward. Be on your guard.
Enemy targets on sensor. Flanking
Yeah,
damage
keep
detected.
going. Keep going.
A Voth soldier is activating the battle suit.
Shield losing power.
next door before you open it.
It would appear all that is between us and our goal is the vacuum of space.
Great.
My modifications successfully locked the Voth out of this area. However, there was an armed Voth battlesuit in the corridor. The station's automated swarmers attacked, and this is the result. No response. According to my readings, there is no method of direct access. Unless your ship is within range, we are stranded.
I'm here. Wait.
Doctor, we require a way to access the other areas of the station. Your thoughts?
I have an idea, but you may not like it. Those EV suits over there. They have maneuvering jets that we could use on the outside of the station. I've looked them over, and they should be able to withstand the heat of the sun.
Should.
Well, nothing will withstand that much heat and radiation for long. The suits appear to be designed for use in the shadow of the station. But, technically, they can keep us safe. For a little while.
They will have to suffice. We have no other logical option.
Gotta go EV. I don't like this at all. Come on, let me access it.
Doctor, are you going to prepare your suit?
Me? Of course not. It's far too risky for me to go out there.
We will need to convince Cooper to overcome his fear and help us complete our mission.
This is crazy. This is nuts. Activate the suit.
Do you really need me out there? Internal comms are still active. I could just tell you what you have to do. I really can't stand any more stress. I have no idea why Admiral Tuvok chose me for this project. I'm not trained for field work. If I get home alive, I'm writing a letter to the Federation Science Council. I'll file a formal complaint. The Voth? I thought you defeated them all. They're not going to come back, are they? I can't be alone if they come back. They'll kill me. They'll rip me apart. Okay, I'll do it. I can't fight the Voth alone.
Good.
Click here to activate your EV suit. This will protect you from environmental hazards.
I already did that. Alright. We get to do a little spacewalk.
I can do this. I can do this. I can do this.
Calm yourself, Doctor. Conserve your oxygen.
This is crazy. I'm never gonna be an astronaut, that's for sure. Because one, I'm a little afraid of heights, so.
There is a large piece of debris blocking the station's entrance. There is a large amount of debris blocking the entrance. It will be impossible for us to move it without assistance. I can scan the area for anything that may be of use.
There are two objects of interest. First is the remains of a Voth battlesuit. There is a mortar payload within it that we can place onto the debris. The second is the remains of a swarmer, specifically a miniaturized communications device. We could use it to detonate the mortar remotely.
This is nuts. Just don't look down.
I suggest flying a safe distance before activating the charges.
Okay.
The door is sealed. Any ideas, Doctor?
There should be a manual release for the locks above us.
I guess I gotta go do that.
I will establish a shield.
Love how they did this, though. Come on, come on. Don't. No, I need to go down.
The doors are open. Dr. Cooper and I will wait for you inside.
Okay. Okay, come on. Come on. Yeah, I see you guys.
These suits are fried. I doubt they'll be much use anymore.
Your EV suit does not protect you in combat. Re-equip your body armor now.
No kidding. Alright.
Something has closed the doors. Most unsettling.
I think the station's defenses are activating.
Oh, crud.
Enemy targets on center. Flanking damage detected. Personal shield losing power.
There it goes.
We should move forward before more defenses activate.
No kidding.
prepare yourself. We must defend Dr. Cooper.
Better bring out my Gatling gun. Well, actually, yeah.
I need you to activate a console while I work on this.
Yeah, I will as soon as...
Excellent. I can keep moving forward over here.
Enemy target on sensor.
How's it going, Doc? Almost done.
I need you to activate a console while I work on this. Perfect. I'm almost done.
Alright. Almost done, Doc.
We're through.
Get my Gatling, because I'm gonna need it.
We must power down the room's shielding to access the control panels. The doctor and I will continue our work while you disable the lower panels.
Boy.
Good work. Reactivate the shields and we can complete our mission.
Alright, how do I get out of the pit?
The honor of deactivating the station is yours.
Yeah, I think so. You have to admit, there's a beautiful view of a star. Very beautiful.
There we go. The deactivation program is moving nicely.
Doctor, I'm detecting something curious. Energy levels in the gateway in front of us are rising at an exponential rate. It appears to be activating.
What? Let me check. Oh, this is not good. The gateway is designed to be an escape hatch in the event this station goes offline. We cannot deactivate the jump protocols without activating the gateway as well.
Is there any way to override the protocols?
None that I can see. If we want to stop the jump, we have to activate that gate.
It seems we have little choice. Your thoughts?
Talk about a contradiction in terms.
As Tuvok said, we have no choice. If we want to stop this sphere from moving, we need to activate the gateway. Our time here is limited. The Voth will return in force. We have to do this now.
I don't like it.
sorry. I wish I could have found a better way. I failed you both.
Do not dwell on this. If there was another option, we would have found it. One moment. We are being hailed. Tuvok here.
Chief Engineer Tarkaram of the Dyson here, Admiral.
Acknowledged, Chief. Are all of your systems restored?
The opening of the gateway cleared up the ambient distortion disruptions. Do you need transport?
Yes!
Yeah.
I want to get off this station now.
We are ready to depart. Chief, will you have a look?
Admiral Tuvok, come in!
Dyson, 3 to beam up.
We can't get a lock. We need to get out of the hot zone. Move!
Oh, great.
Going to die! Going to die!
Run, Forrest, run!
We have a lock on you, sir. Just give the word.
Get us out of here now.
Good to have you on board, sir. I'm Chief Engineer Tarkaram. The fleet and your ship are still engaged with the Voth, but several Voth ships are making their way towards the gateway. One of their dreadnoughts has already passed through. As the only available ship, we have orders to stop the other Voth from entering the gateway.
Alright.
Engage your ship's special functions by clicking here.
Yep.
Warning, ship is under attack.
Voth are allowed to enter another sphere, they will try to claim it, as they have fought to claim this one.
This is nuts. And mortal words of Bones McCoy. Wait a damn minute. Again, I gotta think about that quote for a sec.
Navigational readings indicate we are in the Delta Quadrant. However, we are inside a Dyson Sphere, and there are no known structures of this type in this region. I'm detecting the presence of a Starfleet vessel, the USS Gold. That ship disappeared on a survey of the Solanae Dyson Sphere at the precise instant the Iconian Gateway network was reset to save New Romulus. This sphere was discovered by the crew of the USS Janolan in 2294. The USS Enterprise D rescued Montgomery Scott, a survivor of the Janolan 75 years later. However, it now appears that the Janolan sphere had the same jump capabilities as the Solanae, and moved to this location with the Gold inside.
Uh-oh.
I am detecting disabled systems on the Gold, but there is no weapons damage. Also, sensors indicate that the Voth Dreadnought has its weapons armed, but has not fired. What do you...
I don't want any trouble. I'm on a mission of exploration. Let me tell you how we got here, and maybe that will convince you. We were on a routine survey in the Solanae Dyson Sphere when something happened. Systems that have been dormant for centuries activated. The energy readings were off the scale. Then a flash, and my nav computer claims we're in the Delta Quadrant. If that's right, this entire Dyson Sphere somehow moved itself more than 50,000 light years from its previous position. Since then, we've been stuck. I would have taken Voyager's path back home if we could get out of the sphere. The doors were locked tight and the gateway powered down as soon as we arrived. Glad to have the help. Supplies are running low. But what was that ship that just passed us? Shares some signs of Voth tech, but our databanks don't have anything like that. Another Dyson Sphere? It's taken 40 years to study this one, and we're not even close to understanding it. And if that ship was Voth, it would explain why they ignored our hails. They came in with their weapons armed and then simply stopped. Didn't see us as a threat. The ship set course for the sealed door and is just sitting there. They're ignoring us. I promised my crew we'd get home. If you could send over a team with some spare components, I can get this ship ready to travel.
I have extensive experience with the Voth. While they are arrogant, it is not like them to completely ignore a potential threat. It may be that they sense a greater danger. I suggest we approach and attempt to hail them. Voyager found that some Voth were open to negotiation. We should make every attempt to find a peaceful solution.
Dr. Gagan and his distant origin theory.
Warning, ship is under attack.
So much for diplomacy.
The Voth are moving towards the door.
Tuvok?
Your query will have to wait, Doctor. Shields are down and we...
Uh-oh.
You're not.
He's Undine.
You're not Cooper.
The weak shall perish.
Captain, the Undine outside of the sphere are powering weapons. The mammalian ship is still disabled.
Arm all weapons. We will destroy the creatures and then return for the mammals.
Well, so much for the Voth. Getting blasted.
I am unharmed, but we are in danger. We are deep within the Delta Quadrant, right where Cooper wanted us. We do not know how long this infiltrator has impersonated Cooper, or the extent of what he has done. However, I am quite familiar with the tactics of Species 8472. We will repel the Undine, and survive to warn the Alpha Quadrant of the renewed threat.
Alright.
Finally, a worthy adversary for my new ship.
Mine. Battling these guys is never fun.
Target shields have failed.
Frustrated? You were so...
I do not get angry. I justify my mistakes.
Target shields have
Die.
More ships have approached. This vessel cannot defeat them alone.
This ship can take it.
I have experience with the Undine. You do not. They are extremely dangerous.
The Lisette is here to provide any assistance required.
Back up. Got her backup. God, they're doing poetic sport. Got it. bad for the Romulans.
Many have tried. All have failed. 3 Undine battleships inbound.
3 battleships? That may be a problem.
We hold here. None of the Undine get through.
Looks like you could use a hand.
This card.
Warning, ship is under attack.
Another Stark's fluidic distortion. Got caught in the fluidic
Is that all of the Undine?
Up.
It is not
Enterprise.
over yet,
Integrity
Captain.
below
2 Undine
75%.
dreadnoughts are approaching.
Yeah.
Warning, ship is hull integrity below 75%. Target shield has failed. 4 shields failing.
Fire! Got him.
You only delay the inevitable.
Good to see you. We would have arrived sooner, but there was a Voth fleet in the way. Congratulations on a successful mission. Now the Romulan Republic will take over. We'll set up a command center for further operations. I'm sure Command will contact you when your presence is needed.
Neither the Republic nor the Klingon Empire has any authority in this sphere. This sphere was discovered by the crew of the USS Janolan, a Starfleet vessel. It was mapped by the USS Enterprise D, a Starfleet vessel. Since then, it has been studied and claimed by the United Federation of Planets. We will be the ones who determine what happens here. No one else. We've worked with the Alliance in the Solanae Sphere because that was the best option. But this sphere, no matter its location, has been under Federation control for 4 decades. If you want to study the sphere, we can open negotiations. But the current state of war makes that a less than optimal option. Until then, I will defend the Federation's claim if I must.
Fighting over this sphere is not an option. It would divide our strength. Precisely what would benefit the Undine. The Voth chose to fight instead of cooperate. They were destroyed. We can choose not to be enemies. It is time we did so.
This matter is far from settled. We cannot simply put aside territorial claims because someone else wants what we have. However, I will consult with Sub-Commander Cole and Starfleet Command and discuss the situation.
The Romulan Republic will continue to take responsibility for areas within our jurisdiction, but I do not wish to cause a rift in what has been a successful joint action. However, I will not be put in a position where I must choose between the Federation and the Klingon Empire. We have agreements on both sides that must be honored. Sub-Commander Cole can handle the details. I am a ship captain, not an administrator.
Cooper's departure has lifted the miasma in my mind, An affliction that I did not even realize was there. He was influencing me. He used the psychic abilities of the Undine to influence my thoughts. And the results are an effect of my failure. I should have been able to detect his influence. We have fulfilled our mission to neutralize the jump capabilities of the Solanae Sphere, only to open up a gateway that the Undine can now use to reach our space. They will no longer have to create rifts from fluidic space. Was this Cooper's plan all along?
Probably.
I suggest we return to Subcommander Cole. We must attempt to save the fragile peace of the Alliance.
The sphere is under Federation control.
This sphere is only accessible through an Alliance-controlled gateway.
Then perhaps it's time to end this alliance.
Oh.
This is neither the time nor the place for this.
Commander Jarrah is correct. The Undine are a threat to us all. Now they have direct access to our space. I propose a summit. We must decide together what we must do to protect the Alpha Quadrant. Our disputes may need to be put aside in the face of a greater enemy. I volunteer to mediate these talks. Dr. Cooper manipulated me to achieve his goals. It is only logical that I take responsibility for what has happened here.
Very well, Vulcan. We will finish this later.
Oh boy. Next episode is going to be heavy on the combat. I mean, very heavy on the combat. We need to get everyone sit together and talk. We should do before we start shooting at one another. Yeah. Shields or impulse engines. I need the deflector array.
Congratulations, General.
Got promoted again.
Your list of available specializations can be seen here. Select any of them to show details about the abilities and bonuses they offer, and to spend specialization points to advance your captain.
Ugh, man, that was bloody. They haven't seen nothing yet, so... Alright. Mission. I am gonna skip this mission because I'm not a fan of it, so I will. I'll do it later out of. This next one's gonna get very bloody and very ugly. So. Get ready for all hell to break loose.
Jolan True. My people are grateful.
I'll equip it later. The next story arc, I am going to be using my Discovery crew because it'll be the Delta Quadrant and it'll get real ugly. I'd rather do those story arcs at a lower level, so because it'll be a lot easier.
Last time on Star Trek Online.
We are fighting a war on multiple fronts. We have to consider the Borg, the Undine, and the Romulans, as well as the Klingons.
I see now my deception has been exposed.
Starfleet has lost too many ships and too many good men and women to a fight we now know was caused by Iconian and Undine influence.
Is that
an Iconian gateway? Yes, I believe it is.
Into the gateway, now!
Are all those markers Iconian gateways?
Sir, we've been scanning the gateway. The monitors on the bridge are all showing an Omega.
Welcome to the Delta Quadrant. We are within the Solanae Dyson Sphere, a spherical structure built around a star.
We now know why the sphere generates vast amounts of Omega particles. It is designed to use those particles as fuel to jump to any area of space.
It now appears that the Jenolan Sphere had the same jump capabilities as the Solanae, and moved to this location.
You're not Cooper.
We will repel the Undine, and survive to warn the Alpha Quadrant of the renewed threat. The Undine are a threat to us all. I propose a summit. We must decide together what we must do to protect the Alpha Quadrant. Our disputes may need to be put aside in the face of a greater enemy.
And now, the continuation.
Well, time to make peace.
Welcome to the Delta Quadrant. I will admit that I did not expect to be here with Voyager again. It is agreeable. Thank you for agreeing to attend this conference and supporting my position on the Undine. However, reaching a consensus today will be difficult. Many different agendas will be represented here today. I will speak to you in person shortly. Tuvok out.
Welcome to the Jenolan Dyson Sphere. Please beam down to these coordinates.
It is good to see a fellow warrior of your stature. While I find the Federation's insistence on conferences and committees to be tiresome, at least we're here and might be able to finally accomplish something. I expect this will be a boring affair punctuated by a great deal of posture. The sooner it is over with, the sooner we can return to defending the Empire.
Well, hot-blooded, isn't she? Oh, come on.
I am gratified to see the Klingon Empire recognizes the importance of this conference. It is time that we reached an equitable position with regard to the threat posed by the Undine. I would recommend assisting your ambassador while we complete our final preparations. The talks will begin shortly.
The Federation is too busy with bureaucracy to begin promptly. How typical. Consider this an opportunity to see to the Empire's interests in this venue. Talk to the other delegates and intimidate the other attendees in order to ensure they take the Klingon commitment to this war seriously.
Oh, so I get to intimidate.
Take this opportunity to look for distinctive devices and scan Jenolan Sphere technology.
Ah. Rom.
This conference could be an excellent opportunity for profit. If the Federation, the Klingons, and the Romulans can all agree on something, it could open the door to new trade agreements, shipping routes, and technology deals. What's that supposed to mean exactly?
they're bickering.
I have to say, I'm quite surprised at how smoothly this conference is proceeding. We've all been here for some time, and not a single gunfight has broken out. How encouraging. This conference may represent a new opportunity for the people of 3 quadrants. An interesting opinion. And tell me, how is your quarrel with the Federation going? I don't seem to recall seeing the Imperial Klingon standard flying over the ruins of Starfleet Command the last time I visited Earth. It's true, Cardassia has suffered some reversals in the past. That said, the warrior who considers us defeated is a foolish warrior indeed.
Oh boy.
The preliminary tasks are complete. You should speak with Admiral Tuvok again.
Without Starfleet, I'd be speaking to the delegates and also settling a quarrel between the Cardassian and Bajoran delegates.
The delegates have all arrived. The presentation will begin shortly. You have some time to familiarize yourself with the other ambassadors and their positions. I suggest that you do so.
The Xindi are here to support Admiral Tuvok's call for cooperation. We know what tragedies befall a people who are being manipulated by outsiders, as we once were. The Undine's lies and manipulation remind us of the Sphere Builders, whose deceptions led us to make one of the greatest mistakes in our history. There are 5 races on my world. We all know reaching a consensus can be difficult, but the Xindi are living proof that if we put aside animosity, our differences can make us stronger.
Yeah, when you launched an attack against Earth at the Sphere Builder's behest.
The Federation's position is quite clear. We believe the only way to safeguard the future of the Alpha and Beta quadrants is for all the galactic powers to behave as reasonable entities and work together to oppose those who would threaten our worlds. It doesn't matter if that threat comes from the Undine, the Borg, or the Iconians. The response is the same.
I can already see this will be a most tedious event. If you have any influence whatsoever with any of the other delegates, be sure to underscore the fact that the Klingon Empire will consider anyone who does not act against the shapeshifter threat as a co-belligerent.
Uh-oh. Go talk to Dayton.
Thank you for greeting me. I'm always pleased to meet with our allies in the Klingon Empire. I trust that the Republic will be able to take a leadership role in studying this sphere. The extensive knowledge we've gained from the Solanae Sphere should give us an advantage here. And, after all, the gateway that leads to both of these spheres is in Republic space. Yes, the Undine. Very interesting. My security advisors have been looking over the data, and we are all very curious to hear what you and Admiral Tuvok have to say on the matter.
You've spoken with representatives of all of the delegations. You should return to Admiral Tuvok.
Alright, get the glitch over with. This is annoying. Get this damn glitch over with.
We are almost ready to begin. Will you complete the final preparations for the conference while I speak to Captain Sean? After that, your assistance in encouraging everyone to take their seats would be appreciated. I must join the Federation delegation.
Very well, Admiral.
Ah, it seems the time has come at last. Thank you for the reminder.
Yeah, that Bajoran delegate's a little bit of a little bitchy in the way she talks to people.
I was just going. Don't rush me.
Yeah, she's got a bit of an attitude.
Oh, yes, I will take my seat.
I suppose we can begin.
You can start the presentation from the control console.
The Undine represent a clear and present danger to not only the Federation, but also the Klingon Empire and Romulan Republic. The damage done here by a mere handful of ships is clear evidence for the need for cooperation.
With respect, Admiral, the Romulan Republic is quite capable of leading exploration and security measures here, just as we have led efforts to secure the Solanae Sphere. My militia...
I find it interesting that the Federation suddenly has concerns about the Undine now. Where was the Federation when the Empire discovered Undine infiltrators in the Alpha Quadrant? Or is the Federation only interested now the Undine threatens something you want?
Given the exceptionally complicated nature of such...
Ambassador, given what we now know, that was a mistake. The Empire recognized the Undine threat years ago. We didn't.
You admit you are wrong?
The evidence provided by Admiral Tuvok and his team is sound.
Thank you, Captain Sean. However, dwelling on past mistakes will not solve the problems of the present.
Our fleet stands ready to protect both spheres from the Undine.
The Undine can wait. We have more important business to discuss. Who owns this sphere? I represent a consortium of businessmen on Ferenginar. We are prepared to invest significant venture capital into transforming this sphere into a vacation destination to rival Risa. I have a proposal of $500,000 of...
The Ferengi desire
What's
to make
that?
profit of everything.
Tuvok to Voyager. Report.
It's just never gets
Massive fleet of
old.
Undine vessels just appeared from a rift. They're setting a course for the gateway.
The Undine? What do they want?
Unknown. Direct to Lisette. Track their course.
Enterprise to Captain Sean. We're receiving a distress signal from Earth's space dock.
Sean to Federation Fleet. Red alert. Prepare for immediate departure.
The Federation is our enemy, but the Undine attack like assassins in the night.
We will crush the Comic-Coup!
I suggest we...
A significant Undine force is headed for the Sol system. Although our people are no longer allies, will you sit idly by while others fight against the Undine? They must be stopped.
Yeah, the enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Species 8472 is already boarding Earth space dock. Once we are through the gateway, we must render assistance as soon as possible.
Yep, this is where it gets real hairy. Get ready for a bloodbath fight to the death. This is gonna be fun.
I am picking up several distress calls from across the system. Curious. There are fewer Undine vessels than we witnessed using the gateway.
Yeah, let's go.
Negative. The subspace relay booster network appears to be offline. I am reading Undine ships attacking Earth space dock, as well as attacks on the lunar colonies and the orbital habitat on the far side of Earth.
Agreed. Enterprise will clear the area around the lunar colonies.
Fine. Jirok and I will clear the far side of the planet.
Good hunting. Let's go have fun.
Enterprise will set course for Luna.
The Fortescue and the Lisette will lead the fight on the far side of Earth.
Earth is one of the most secure planets in the creation. An attack is
My ship is operational. We will fall in and help you make a drive for the space dock.
I don't know why he moves all this stuff around. Pick up an item. Ah, new warp core.
Ship is under attack.
Sol will not be safe as long as species 8472 vessels remain in the system.
Alright, let's go engage.
Earth's space dock is taking severe structural damage.
Nothing I can do about that now.
Target's shield has failed.
Undine ships are still present. Our work here is not complete. There are still Undine ships in the system. We must eliminate them.
Yeah, I know, Tuvok.
If we do not hurry,
Next up,
Earth's
another
space
shield
dock may be
grid.
destroyed.
God, I hate these fluidic grips. No. Turn, you stupid little perp.
Tethys Dreadnought, inbound.
Oh boy, this is gonna get this is gonna get worse.
The Dean on the other side of the planet were no match for Klingon warriors.
Motor colony secure.
We will put an end to this together.
Firing. Oxygen. I need to adjust the camera so I can... Believe me, it's not helping. Get this damn...
Is that a Klingon transponder signal? As if this could get any worse. There are Undine hunting parties on Earth space dock. We're fighting them, but if you're willing to...
The Federation has no right to your assistance, but I am requesting it anyway. You have fought the Undine. They are enemies of the Empire. Do you want to let them win now? The boarding parties on Earth space dock should be our main concern. The Undine will be attempting to cripple Starfleet operations, gain valuable data, and capture ranking officers. We cannot afford to allow them to succeed. I am prepared to beam down immediately.
Gotta go fight on Earth.
Our mission objectives are clear. We must ascertain the Earth space dock sustained severe damage all multiple boarding parties. Teams from other ships have beamed to lower decks here on the station. While your fleet's willingness to assist the Federation is through those doors, having Klingon warriors on our side will give us an advantage.
What? Who? Admiral Tuvok. And... I don't think you're supposed to be here. What's happening? I don't... What? The windows! They came through the windows, walking on the hull. Wasn't supposed to be like this. Earth is supposed to be safe.
Indeed. I can initiate a mind meld. It will calm him, and I will be able to learn what he knows about the attack. This is not normally something I can suggest, but I believe that in this instance it is necessary.
Oh.
My mind to your mind.
Uh-oh, here they come.
My thoughts to your thoughts.
Ugh.
I'm feeling better now. Thank you. The Undine, yes. They just appeared in close orbit. We were taken by surprise and none of the defense systems worked. I don't know why. They've been killing people. I don't know what they want, but they've been systematic about their attacks. They want something.
There is more going on with these boarding parties than mere distance. Phaser fire. There are more Starfleet officers fighting nearby. We need to manually activate the fire suppression systems.
I thought Earth space dock would be a quiet assignment.
Be cautious. There are more Undine nearby.
Might as well equip them. Alright. Stupid glitch.
Admiral Tuvok, I'm gonna help hold this position. I'm not much of a soldier, but I can make repairs and help keep this area clear of Undine. I hope Admiral Quinn is okay. He was on comms a few minutes ago, but the transmission was cut off.
Be cautious. There are more Undine nearby.
I'll stay here. Good luck.
Whole region. Oh, God.
The damage is extensive, but we will rebuild. First, however, we must drive species A472 back to fluid space.
Shredded the place.
Admiral Quinn.
Not another one.
The Empire tried to warn us about the Undine, but it is clear now that the Federation had already been infiltrated. They convinced us to dismiss the threat. It was an error for which we will pay dearly. Admiral Quinn is not here. He may be alive elsewhere on the station. The logical course of action amid so much chaos would be to re-establish the chain of command. Perhaps we can establish more reliable communications by directly linking to the Starbase's internal systems. The consoles here can be used for that purpose. Make the attempt. I will keep watch for more Undine. I will cover you.
Who is this? Communications are damaged. One moment. This is Admiral Quinn. Thank you. Now, maybe we should... Commander Eggett.
Admiral, what is your status?
I'm pinned down in my office with Eggett. We've been trying to get internal comms and sensors working. What's your status?
The Undine ring parties appear to have some goal in mind, but we are unsure as to what it might be. Admiral, I suggest you hold your position. We will make our way to you. Stay alert for more imposters.
Stop that goddamn glitch.
Ambush. There are still more Undine on the station. I can feel their anger. The way is blocked. There may be an alternate route on the upper deck. Admiral Quinn and Commander Egan are below. The Admiral appears to require medical treatment. It is agreeable to see you, Admiral.
Thank you. Now, maybe we should... Commander Egan!
Uh-oh.
Egg? Where are you going?
One moment, Admiral.
Intriguing. The amount of resistance Starfleet has offered is unexpected. That being said,
The weak will perish. And you are weak.
Another one. Oh, God.
He is tapping into the bioship's power matrix.
This is where a Gatling gun is very effective. So much problems.
Egan was an Undine? That would explain what happened to our defense grid. He would have known they were coming, and had ample opportunity to sabotage us. Damn, I didn't see that coming.
everyone into a trap. I couldn't stop him. We have much to consider. There may be... Tuvok! What's going on? Tuvok! Can you hear me? Tuvok!
Tuvok! Hello, Tuvok. Egan was too weak. He spent too much time among humans. He served his purpose, and you will be far too late.
Too late for what?
Your quadrant will fall. The weak will perish. This dimension will be cleansed, purified of infestation. Your efforts are meaningless. I know your thoughts, Tuvok.
Indeed, Doctor. But I have taken advantage of this connection to look into your mind as well.
What?
I understand now what your plans are. You will not succeed.
You can't stop us.
Yep.
Tuvok! Tuvok!
Admiral Tuvok! Admiral!
Diversion. This was all a diversion.
What do you mean?
Kronos. Their real target is Kronos. Come. Kronos will need every available ship. You helped defend the heart of the Federation. Now we must do the same for you. We have arrived in the Kronos system. At this time, the ruins of Praxis are concealing our arrival from the Undine. The Klingon homeworld defense fleet has engaged the bulk of the Undine forces, but they appear to be taking heavy casualties.
Starfleet sends one ship, and it's a broken-down relic that belongs in a museum. Obviously, we will get no help from Starfleet. Come! There will be glory enough for both of us!
The Romulans have promised additional aid, as has Starfleet Command. The Enterprise is contacting all available ships and...
Meaningless words. Our warriors are ready to do battle here and now. We will not wait for the Federation to make a committee and take a vote on whether or not the Undine are a threat.
A little hot-headed, isn't she? Making a few changes right quick. Alright. Just had to swap out some stuff. Did they hit me with?
That was only a small force. The rest of the Undine fleet will not be so easily defeated.
Are you afraid, Vulcan?
The Romulan Republic has made commitments to its allies. We are here to honor them.
to stop the Undine advance.
We would not be alone if anyone in the Federation had the heart of a warrior.
Don't start, lady. No, I didn't want to see him.
Warning. Ship is under attack. Right shield.
I calculate our current chances for entry to 6.3%.
That wouldn't be the case if anyone else from Starfleet had bothered to show up! The tide may turn against us.
We are at a
This will
distinct
be our
tactical
day of
disadvantage.
glory!
Yeah.
Think of it as
Trying
an
to
increase in your
swap out my
opportunities
damn
to die with
weapons.
honor.
My apologies for being late.
Just one more ship?
Enterprise.
Not exactly. We brought a few friends.
Swap things out. Trying to grab these damn items because they're pretty advanced. Singularity core won't do me much good. longer against these damn fluidic rifts. It's like a shadow planet killer.
What is that thing?
The Undine have brought a large craft through a quantum singularity.
They're powering up weapons!
The Undine have a new planet killer.
Target that ship, and fire all weapons!
No effect. They're too strong.
Voyager has one nanite torpedo remaining from her time in the Delta Quadrant. Such devices proved effective against the Undine in the past. Tactical. Fire when ready.
They took some damage, but the planet killer can still fire. I can get the Aquarius into firing position above her and exploit the opening in her shields, but someone will need to keep the Undine distracted.
Yes, I volunteer.
The Aquarius
You are on
is
full
beginning.
control. Destroy the Undine ships while moving at full speed.
Sean's attacking that planet killer on his own? He'd sacrifice his ship. His life.
We must see John, not with his act.
Oh god, this is crazy. I feel like I'm doing the Death Star trench run.
Weapons are offline. This is our only chance. Setting the Aquarius on a collision course.
Acknowledged. Do we have Sean's coordinates?
Getting locked now, sir. He did it, sir! The planet killer has been destroyed.
Tuvok to Allied fleet. Stand down. The Undine are retreating.
Captain Sean.
Transporter room. Did you get him?
We have...
Captain Sean to Admiral Tuvok. Permission to come aboard?
The High Council is signaling that they wish to speak with you directly. Are you prepared for transport to the First City?
Time for a party.
There are many here who have seen the danger Species 8472 presents with their own eyes for the first time. Thank you for your assistance in protecting both Earth and Kronos from the Undine. However, one thing I have learned from your empire is that battle can have benefits. Today's fight opened the door to what may be a lasting peace between the Federation and your empire.
Again.
Now we must have the courage to compromise for the greater good. In its way, that can be more difficult than waging war. The formalities will begin soon. Until then, I must take the time to speak to others who were instrumental in the success of this mission.
That was a close one. But I'm fortunate Voyager transported me off the ship at the last second. Still, it would have been a good death.
Thank you for your assistance during the attack on Earth. You acted with true honor, and I am grateful we were able to offer some aid to Kronos in return.
You have gained much honor and glory today. However, I now see Voth was correct. There is honor in the Federation as well. The time for our battle against Starfleet has passed. We should turn our blades toward the real enemy. I remember you from the Gateway activation. You fought well today. May our meetings on the battlefield always be as glorious.
I served in Starfleet, and now I serve the Empire. There are many on both sides of the current conflict for whom I have deep respect. I see this as an opportunity. We may find we have more in common than we realize.
Yep.
The Gorn have come to respect the Federation. We will abide by any decision the High Council makes. But I have advised the Chancellor that we support a permanent ceasefire. Undine infiltrators took my people to the brink of destruction. I will stand with anyone who opposes the Undine.
Yeah, I guess we don't. Little dance party going on over here.
Our people come from a culture of deception and division. We've rejected our past in favor of open alliances. Perhaps it's time for the Federation and the Empire to set aside their past as well. We would welcome a ceasefire between our allies.
The 5 races of the Zindi once tried to exterminate humanity. But through the efforts of a few people who were willing to change, we put aside our weapons and worked through our differences. Now, we are members of the Federation. Peace came with great difficulty, but that is the way of most things worth having. The Undine are here. They're spreading lies and dividing us from within. Now, more than ever, we need to set aside our animosities and work together for the greater good.
How true.
Your homeworld is safe. I'm glad the Lisette was here to fight by your side. I just wish my father could see all of us working together toward a common goal. This is the future he dreamed of.
Admiral Aladar Jarok. TNG episode The Defector. Where's the Chancellor?
I admit, I did not expect the Federation to act with such honor. I do not know what the final decision of the High Council will be, but rest assured, that the Undine will pay. We will hunt down every last Kameku and destroy them for what they have done here today.
I gotta go find the Chancellor Chapak.
Kapla! I see now why you are known as one of the greatest warriors of our age. Many fine warriors have earned their places in Stovacor today. They died with honor, fighting one of our most formidable enemies. The Undine brought the battle to our very threshold. The fine warriors standing before me pushed them back. Let us honor our sacrifices and our accomplishments by ending...
And of course, we get interrupted. By the Iconians.
So, you are the heroes of the Milky Way. You have come further than we expected. But still you chase our shadows.
We are not here to impress you, demon! We stand united, and there is no one who can...
We give you a single warning to not attract our attention again.
Ooh, the demon, the Iconians.
That was the reason we need to work together. It's time for our feud to end.
Agreed. From this day forward, all hostilities between the Empire and the Federation will cease.
Well, the end of the Federation Klingon War.
The Iconians use Sartor races and other species to do their fighting for them. Species A472 has been an unknowing catspaw of the Iconians for some time. This time, however, the Undine were defeated, and it was our combined strength that allowed us to prevail. Thousands of years ago, the Iconians were defeated by an alliance of races. I predict their ultimate aim has been to prevent such an alliance from happening again. There have been periods in our combined history when the Federation and the Empire have not been at war, but they have not been allies either. This may be the beginning of such a time. It will be up to us to determine what happens next. With time, we may even restore the alliance that came out of the Khitomer Accords. Voyager will return to the Delta Quadrant. There is much to do there, and the Jenolan Sphere will need to be protected from further Undine assaults. I am sure I will see you again. You have been a worthy ally, and your wisdom and courage will be called upon in the days ahead. Until then, live long and prosper.
Live long and prosper, Admiral. Alright. I am gonna do the coming story arcs with my Discovery crew, because they are at a lower level, so and make things a little easier. Ugh.
Serve the Empire well.
Congratulations, General.
Okay.
Your list of available specializations can be seen here. So the progress bar. Specializations provide extra abilities. All abilities cost a single specialization point. Additional specialization points will be earned each time your experience point bar is filled, even after you reach maximum level. You can assign one specialization as primary and one as secondary.
Okay.
You can assign one specialization as primary. You can assign one specialization. You can assign one specialization as primary and one as secondary.
Alright, the next story arc will be the Delta Quadrant, and that will be done by my Discovery crew. Just I'm sorry, I'm a little tired. Had a long couple days. Just going through my stuff and discarding things and dumping things I don't need. Some of this crap, I don't even know why I keep it. Need to upgrade some of these guys because I haven't done it in a long time. I'm gonna go to my other menu, show you where I'm at with my Discovery crew. Because I only started them. I got him a Saber class. I'm kind of just still starting with them. And I forgot to upgrade this my guy. Yeah, I'm only getting this guy started, so I got a Saber class, which is what I went with. Got a shuttle. Ugh. Yeah, I got my inventory. Yeah, but I can do the, I can skip ahead to the Delta Quadrant stuff, because I've already completed this game and stuff, so I can skip to there, which I will do next time. Any battles I can do? Actually, forget about it. Yeah, I will save it for next time. This has been Hammer. Give me a follow here on my channel. Also, check out the Super Paladin Brothers on YouTube. Also, check out my brother Captain Paladin LP on Twitch, and want to thank everyone for watching, and have a good night.